What is going on, guys? I am the FT Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have a massive NBA main slate tonight. It's feeling more like a Friday, not a Wednesday, because we got Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm sure all you guys will be doing your normal Friday night activities tonight, with most of you having the day off. We got NFL football tomorrow around noon Eastern. So we got plenty of stuff to be looking forward to. NBA cashed in last night with the cash and hybrid. I went to bed thinking it wasn't. And then Anthony Davis put up like 90 fantasy points. So we ended up cashing easily. The cash team actually had great ROI, return on investment. So let's do it again tonight and really continue into this busy week ahead. I have a Black Friday sale going on right now. Today going until Thanksgiving or Friday, into Friday the 23rd into the 25th. Bonus credits on a $40 or $100 purchase on the shop. Bunch of extra credits will be added to your account. You can only do it once. Take advantage of this sale. We got plenty of things going on with NBA, the FIFA World Cup, which we've had a great start to, and then NFL. You know, we got Thanksgiving slate tomorrow, and then right into our normal weekend. So for this main slate, there's some really good value plays already. As we've seen, crazy things can happen around lock. Last night with the Jokic and Jamal Murray news, they were out, and then like a half hour before lock, they got ruled questionable, which at that point you knew they were most likely playing. So it took away all of that Nuggets value that we'd been, researching and studying all day. Then we kind of had to scramble. We don't have to worry about the Nuggets doing that again tonight because we know those guys are probably going to play. They're out of those, health protocols. Big news we got to wait on for a star is Jason Tatum is a true game time decision tonight. That would obviously open up some things for like Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, and other Celtics. But, the kicker to that is they are playing the slowest team in the league in the Mavericks. So it's not exactly a smash spot for the Celtics, but we got to keep an eye out on Tatum news. But going right into our plays, like last night, the 76ers, I don't know what was, more of news, the Sixers looking great or the Nets looking terrible. I cannot believe the 76ers ended up easily beating the Nets last night with the lineup that they had. They're starting the same guys tonight, most likely. Shake Milton's going to be their starting point guard. Him and DeAndre Melton are going to be, the 1-2 guards. They're going to have the ball in their hands quite often. We saw them both produce very well last night. Hard to not believe that Milton doesn't see the same workload tonight with the same production. He's been really good since Maxey and Harden have been out. 30-plus minutes in his last 3 games. Hit value in all 3 of these games. More of a cash game guy, hasn't really shown a huge ceiling yet, but you never know with this kind of usage in all these minutes. He needs 30 fantasy points to hit value. He should have a great chance at doing that again tonight. He's a very, very strong cash game play. Kind of like a double pick. You could also look at DeAnthony Melton. It's the same idea. Melton, Milton, they have like the same last name, same value. Melton is more money, but he has the better production. So both guys are good value plays, just like last night. Shooting guard, we saw Jordan Clarkson really take over this Jazz offense with Mike Conley out. Last game, 39 minutes against the Clippers. Did a little bit of everything. He's definitely more like a primary scorer. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple of stocks. Can't complain there. At 6,300, he needs like 32 fantasy points to hit value. He's averaging almost that on the year. He'll have a great chance of hitting that number once again with all of that extra usage. So Clarkson, being that main guy on the Jazz offense, this has a high over-under. It's a great matchup against the Pistons, and they are at home. Small forwards, look at Norman Powell. Powell starting to come into his own. The beginning of the year, he was really bad. 5,100. That's an elevated price on him, but he's been really producing over the last week or two. We saw 28 minutes last game, 30 points, Paul George is out. Luke Kennard was out too. Kawhi Leonard did start and play 24 minutes, so that's some extra usage that was taken away, and he still had a good game. The kicker here is Kawhi Leonard's out tonight. So now you got guys like Reggie Jackson in good spots, Marcus Morris, Terrence Mann, who, I mean, I'm not going down the Terrence Mann, road once again tonight. He is just an absolute bust all the time. Powell, even off the bench, I'm expecting him to start. He came off the bench the last few games, but without Kawhi Leonard and Paul George and Luke Kennard, Norman Powell is in a smash spot tonight. 5,100. He only needs 26 fantasy points to hit value. He has a combined 76 over the last 2 games. He could smash here once again. His shooting seems to be there. He has 60 real points in the last 3 games, averaging 20 points over those 3 games. Can't go wrong here. He's good in cash games. He has the GPP upside. I'm really liking Norman Powell tonight. And on FanDuel, you can play him at small forward and shooting guard, which is a huge plus. Power forward, Kelly Olynyk. He saw the extra usage too for the Jazz last game and the game before. 31 minutes in the last 2 games. Really like Kelly Olynyk here because, again, with Connolly being out of that starting lineup, that's a lot of extra usage going around. 5,300. Olynyk's been pretty solid all year long. He has shown the upside. He had 38.4 fantasy points last game. If he's playing over 30 minutes, this is a great price on Kelly Olynyk. Great matchup against the Pistons. I do expect him to see at least 28 minutes tonight. He could even squeak over into the 31 minutes that he's seen the last 2 games. Really solid play here. You could put him in either cash or GBP lineups. I think it's really solid as of right now. Again, these plays, I do them in the early afternoon. Things can always change around lock, but these guys are all looking good. And then Jokic, he's way too cheap. If you play NBA DFS, for a while here now, we know that 10,500 is too cheap on Nikola Jokic. He's one of the best fantasy producers in the entire NBA, if not the best. You can't really go wrong with, him, Doncic, Giannis. They're just, in their own tier. And at 10,500, that's not the right price on a guy in his tier. We see Doncic and Giannis at like 11,500, 12,000. I want to say he's like $1,000 underpriced here. He came back from his illness last game. Really, really solid to see him play 36 minutes. He's clearly feeling fine. 1 rebound away from a 30-point triple-double. This guy went back to his old ways, and now we have a game just 24 hours later where he's probably going to continue his dominant groove. He needs 52 fantasy points to hit value. He hit 58 last night. He's just such a solid play here. He's my favorite stud on this slate against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're on the road. This game has a close spread, a huge over-under, and I don't see any big man on the Thunder being able to control Nikola Jokic. This is an absolute smash spot. I will have him in most, if not all, of my lineups tonight at center. That'll do it for this video, guys. Again, take advantage of that Black Friday sale on my website. Like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get after it tonight on this big NBA main slate. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.